The Zodiac, a base design I made a showcase video on couple months ago. Although the video was poorly edited and recorded, the base is pretty strong and epic. Designed off of a concept that the Rust community likes to call the China Wall, having walls all around your base with towers on every corner and a shooting floor on top, each allowing you to shoot on raiders in and outside of the China Wall. Now you might be wondering, what does this have to do with today's video? Well, the towers. Usually in a 5x5 or a multi-TC 3x3, your shooting floor starts falling apart after a couple rockets, giving the raiders full access to your shooting floor and limiting your mobility inside your base. Couple rockets later, and with a bit of luck, your TC is exposed. Destroying a garage door here and a garage door there allows the raiders to destroy your beds, killing the fast respawns that you have, making each and every death of your team members put a heavier weight on the ones alive. Sometimes the raiders even get luckier and find your electricity room, shutting down your turrets that might come in handy when they breach, and reducing the chances of giving the raider full control over your defenses. Today I present to you a solution. Meet the mini Zodiac. With my big brain and 10 days of work, I managed to defeat the rocket splash damage. The core is designed to fit 6 vending machine bunkers, each costing 14 rockets at least, for a total of 84 rockets. But before we head into the core, let's take a look at the towers. Each tower is designed in a way to hold its own large battery. On the left side of the entrance tower we find drop boxes, on the right side we find one bedroom. Climbing this ladder hatch we find 4 more beds. On the 3rd floor we have more beds and 2 windows to shoot at raiders inside the base. On the 4th floor we find a shooting floor that covers all the angles around it. Behind this door we enter the Peekdowns. Each tower is designed in a way to protect the stability of its own Peekdown layer. This ladder hatch leads us to the roof, where we can find outer Peekdowns to shoot at raiders under the towers. Going outside we find the external disconnectable tool cupboard in front of every tower. These tool cupboards split the upkeep of the towers, allowing us to fit 24 hours in the main tool cupboard. The main feature behind these designs is that if the raider manages to destroy your main tool cupboard, you'll be stuck at cannot stack building privilege when replacing. Simply jump into each external, destroy this half-height triangle to reduce the building privilege that is overlapping the core. Head back inside and replace your tool cupboard, then replace the triangles back to connect the towers and upkeep them. In the core we find 6 vending machine bunkers using the combination of vending machines and armored doors. The way this bunker works is simple. When the shop option is facing your way, players with no building privilege won't be able to rotate the vending machine, neither access the boxes behind. Players with building privilege will be able to rotate the vending machine and reach 4 boxes through the edges. Don't forget to rotate the vending machine to close the bunker. You can always replace the armored door in case it gets destroyed. You can also replace the doorway too. If the raiders blow your vending machine, simply soft side this floor triangle and use salvage shelves instead. This jump up leads us to the second floor. We'll be greeted with vending machines or a level 3 workbench. I managed to fit 15 sleeping bags in the core, but feel free to furnish it differently. We have 2 10-box loot rooms facing each other. Each jump up leads us to a separate bedroom that can fit 4 beds with lockers. These bedrooms can be claimed by the most active members in the clan. Each bedroom has a way to the 3rd floor. Here we find more storage and more beds. You can always turn one of those loot rooms into a 12 furnace room. This door leads us to the Peekdown layer and the towers. We find 2 ways to the 5th floor. Here we find the exit to the roof and the entrance to the tower on top. On the 1st floor of the tower we find extra storage. On the 2nd floor we find 3 bedrooms with lockers and the main tool cupboard. This is the daily upkeep of the main tool cupboard. On the 3rd floor we find drop boxes for the helis and 2 bedrooms. This ladder hatch leads us to the tower's shooting floor where we can take short and long fights. You can hide 3 sleeping bags under the roofs for faster respawns. The small box helps jumping out. This ladder hatch leads us to the roof. A good pilot can easily fit a scrap heli and 3 minicopters. The discussion part is really important. I highly recommend you watch this part, but in case you watched the video before, feel free to skip to the build. I'll be leaving timestamps in the description. I would also like to take the time to ask you guys to please subscribe. This video took so much time and effort recording, editing and designing, and I hope the results meet your expectations. Consider subscribing, leaving a like and commenting your thoughts regarding anything related to the design. Last but not least, constructive criticism is always welcome. Don't come at me throwing comments like your base is shit, I'll simply ignore it. Although I no longer play with large groups and I am focused on my solo videos, I do really like this design and I am willing to work on improving it. Feel free to comment down below what you think could use improvement. You can also join my Discord or add me in Easy Buildings Discord with screenshots of what could use improvement. I'll leave both links in the description. I am not the best builder out there and designs can always be improved. It's safe to say that if you've made it this far through the video, you're willing to build this on a live, modded or vanilla server. It's important you know that this base costs 200,000 metal frags, 44,000 stone and 2,000 high quality metal, including every deployable you saw in the video, from a stone wall to a garage door to a vending machine, and the list goes on. Due to a recent bug in Rust, floors take damage through walls. In my case, this ladder hatch gets destroyed after 2 rockets in case the raiders blow through this spot. In case you saw the base showcase video I uploaded couple days ago, you might notice that the core is different. Roof bunkers actually made the core weaker against splash damage. I can already see this coming. 18 rockets in this gap will splash both loot rooms. Well, I wish. But anyways, if a raider can stand in the ring and launch 18 rockets without being interrupted, your clan is built different. The wall frames in the ring play a huge role in keeping the peaks stable when there is a huge hole in your base. This is the result after spending 40 rockets. For the sake of the video not being 10 minutes longer, I will be showing the important deployables only. Please refer to the base tour in case you missed something. I'll also be upgrading everything to its final state. It's your responsibility to make sure everything is upgraded in case you want to delay any upgrades. I also recommend you practice it first on a build server. In case you want to check the base out, you can hop on Builder's Sanctuary, either use middle mouse button or type in chat /menu, click on Browse Designs, paste the code from the description box and click on search, then press load button and wait for the base to load. I'll be leaving the IP for the server in the description box. Onto the build. For the build spot, I chose this area as it's flat enough to fit the whole base. Start by placing a hexagon, a square foundation going out of each triangle, then fill the gaps with triangular foundations. Place a tool cupboard on one of these triangles, but make sure not to upgrade it because we'll be moving it 3 times. I'll be using symmetry for wall stacking. In case you don't know what symmetry does, here's a better view. From every triangle on the edge, go out 9 square foundations, leave the last one and demolish the rest. Come back with 4 half moons and a square foundation at the end. Keep the triangle connected to the square and demolish the rest. Place 2 triangles on each side of the foundation and 2 squares from the triangle you left, and fill the rest with triangular foundations. Place 2 square foundations where shown and the triangle in the middle. Once you repeat this step 5 more times, you'll be left with this footprint. Foundations should be upgraded as shown in this picture. The next step is to secure the build spot. I'll be using symmetry to speed up the process, but one loot room should do the job. First, demolish the twig triangle under the tool cupboard and replace it with the armored one. Place a doorway where shown and cover the rest with full walls.
Place a twig half wall in the hexagon followed by a half height triangle attached to the loot room you're working with. When placing the vending machine, make sure the shop side is facing the wall. Drag the vending machine until this line starts vanishing and then place it and make sure to disable broadcast. Follow the vending machine with a single armored door. Build your way up and place a sheet metal half height triangle. Jumping on the vending machine helps lining up the boxes. Try and clip the boxes into the vending machine as much as possible. Make sure you can access all 4 boxes before closing the roof. A small box might help balancing your height if the foundations are a bit raised. Place a armored triangular floor facing the hexagon and 3 sheet metal full walls behind. The hard side of this wall needs to be facing inwards. Place a half height floor and finish the jump up. Your main tool cupboard will stay behind those garage doors until you finish the roof tower. Remove the twig triangles you placed and start covering the core with armored full walls. I'll be using symmetry to build the externals. Keep in mind that you need to repeat the step 5 more times. From this triangular foundation, go out 3 square foundations and place the 4th raised. Demolish the 3rd one you placed and place a roof facing the raised foundation. I'm keeping the disconnectable design simple. I'll be linking few others in the description in case you want more protection. Don't forget to connect each tool cupboard with a half-height wooden triangle. You can add floating steps for easy access. In case everything is done correctly, this is what you should be left with. The next step is to add some cover. I'll be using symmetry to build the entrances. Keep in mind that you need to repeat each step 3 more times. If everything is done correctly, you should have 3 entrances in these towers. From the right side of the TC jump up, build a half-height floor to reach the 2nd floor and finish the roof with armored triangular floors. To build the entrances of the second floor, jump on the half-height floor and build a wall frame, and do the same on the opposite side, then cover the rest with full walls. First, we'll start sectioning off the loot rooms. These wall frames cover the gaps of the multi-TC. When covering the roof of the second floor, everything needs to be attached to the core. I always like to add one floor of protection to prevent getting shot as I build. I'll be using symmetry for this part. Don't forget that you need to repeat the step 5 more times. After covering this floor, surround the backside with sheet metal full walls. Two windows and the doorway on top of the ladder hatch. One more ladder hatch goes above, then surround the roof with sheet metal floors. Start surrounding the third floor with full walls. To section the bedrooms, follow this pattern from any side. Lockers should be placed before windows, otherwise you'll get stuck on not enough space error. The next step will be finishing the stability of the towers. I'll be using symmetry for this part as well to speed up the process. Don't forget to repeat each step 3 times. For the entrance towers, place 3 wall frames on the right side and a triangular floor frame on top, 2 wall frames on the left followed by a triangular floor frame. Section these areas with full walls. Place the locker followed by a window frame, then cover the roof with sheet metal floors, followed by 3 walls to close the second floor. Again, a locker needs to be placed before the window. The only difference between the entrance tower and the walled off one is a bedroom on the left side instead of a ring of garage doors. This part can be delayed, but in case you want to rush your peekdowns, you need to build your warframes first. To finish the 4th floor, start by placing a doorway next to the jump up on each side, then cover the rest with full walls. When closing those loot rooms, make sure the triangles are connected to the wall stacked part, otherwise you'll see a gap on the roof with the boxes sticking out and lootable. I'll be using symmetry to finish the shooting floor. Don't forget you need to repeat the step 5 more times. Cover the tower with windows and the doorway above the ladder hatch, then a ladder hatch on top of the doorway, and cover the roof with sheet metal floors. Placing the roofs on top of the towers is very simple, and this is how you do it. For the roof tower, I won't be showing how to furnish it. Please refer to the base tour or furnish it however you see fit.
I'll only be showing how to move the tool cupboard and how to build it. Keep in mind that after many stability tests for online raids, I found the best way to build the tower, and here's how you do it.
Relax.
Once the main TC room is ready, destroy this one and start soft-siding the wooden triangle in the external tool cupboards. Once finished, head back upstairs and place your main TC, and then reconnect all of your outer ones back. And that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I am looking forward to your feedbacks. Please don't hesitate to share them with me. Stay safe, take care, and goodbye.